It is going to be Mia Mia. What is that? This is Mia and Mia, which is going to be happening. Oh my goodness. Hello guys, good evening to all of you who are watching this. And here we are for the watch along of Bundesliga. It is the game which is going to be beginning, the last one. It is the last round of the Bundesliga where the top four who are going to be is going to be the deciding factor. This is the last game. Can you believe this? The 2024-25 season has ended and it is the last game which is going to be happening. Hoffenheim against Bayern Munich. That is the thing. It is also the likes of Dortmund against Holstein Kiel. It is Leverkusen and Mainz. It is Leipzig and Stuttgart. It is Frankfurt against Freiburg. My goodness, 5 of the matches. And it is going to be the last round of the Bundesliga of the 2024-25. But who are going to be clinching the top spot? Bayern Munich. They are at the top. Mia and Mia, boys. Leverkusen, they have dropped down to the second spot. Xabi Alonso leaving. Florian Wirtz, will he be coming to Bayern? That is also the talk we will be having. Frankfurt on third spot with 57 points. Freiburg is the team who is also there on the fourth spot. But look at that. Dortmund, will they make that comeback into the Champions League? Because still Dortmund are on the fifth spot. Mainz is there on the sixth. Leipzig is on the seventh. The race is on there still. It is the Bundesliga Round 34 and you are having the watch along of Hoffenheim and Bayern Munich. Along with that, it is RAMSAY and RAMSAY will bring to you the likes of Hoffenheim against Bayern Munich, the game which is going to be happening. Hoffenheim are on the 15th spot. It is the likes of Borussia Dortmund against the likes of Holstein Kiel. Holstein Kiel has got some sort of relegations to be coming on the 17th spot. But Borussia Dortmund on that 5th spot, are they going to be making that? Borussia Dortmund on the 5th spot, are they going to be making that big? Dortmund has to win against Holstein Kiel. They have to make those points. We will be having the watch of Leverkusen against Mainz. Mainz are there on the 6th spot and a loss to them will steal some sort of victories for Dortmund because Dortmund are also on the threat because both Dortmund and Mainz will be on 54 if Mainz are going to win this. Leverkusen will be the last match for Xabi Alonso before moving to Madrid. Florian Wirtz has also announced on his Facebook as well as social media handles that he is going to be leaving Leverkusen. He has given a big thanks to Xabi Alonso. My goodness, but the last round of Bundesliga means, will it be the deciding factor? Will the likes of Leipzig against Stuttgart, the another game, it is Stuttgart who are on the 9th spot with 47 points. But Leipzig, if they are going to get some sort of relief with those drought in points on the 7th spot, Leipzig will be making that 3 points and clinching to the 5th spot. Will they be making it to the Europa League or the Conference League? That is what Leipzig are having those hopes still alive. Their hopes are still alive. Leipzig, will they be able to make that? Or Stuttgart are going to cause those upsets. And on the other hand, it is Freiburg and Frankfurt. These are the games of the Bundesliga Round 34 where we'll be watching that. Frankfurt are there comfortable on the 3rd spot. They will be making to the Champions League next season, no denying the fact. But Freiburg on the 4th spot definitely has to get a draw out of here or a win out of here because on 55 points, they are on a goal difference of -2. But Dortmund, on the other hand, if they get a win over Holstein Kiel and grab those 3 points, they are at the Signal Iduna Prague playing with that. It will be Freiburg who will be moving to the 5th spot and they will have to be just consolidated with those Europa Leagues. What is that going to be? Oh my goodness. And on the other hand, we are also having that big talk, especially to be talking into this, that whether it is the likes of Florian Wirtz when he will be coming to Bayern Munich this summer. Will Leverkusen sell him? All those negotiations are going. It is Christopher Freund who has just raised his hands high up and only Karl-Heinz Rummenigge is the man who is making the different approaches for him. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, it is only left with him. He will be making that or not. And it is the final day of the Bundesliga 2024-25 watch along. Bayern versus Hoffenheim, also covering Dortmund, Leverkusen, Leipzig, Frankfurt, and many more. Give your votes. Who will finish in the top 4 in the Bundesliga? Tell us why in the chat. Dortmund is that option. Will they make it to the top 4? Mainz 05, will they make it onto the top 4? It is Leipzig, will they make it? Freiburg is also there. Are 4 options on that poll section which has been pinned on the chat. Dortmund, Mainz, Leipzig, Freiburg. Are they going to be making that? Are they going to be making that? Give your votes. Those of you who are watching that, give your votes. Who will be making to the final 4 spots in the Bundesliga, and how are things going to be turning? Dortmund, will they be making? Because Bayern has clinched the top spot with 2 games in hand. Yes and Mia boys, and we have done it. The record mister claiming the 34th Bundesliga title, and we are making it comfortable. But there are some sort of talks which is going on. Rumors of Florian Wirtz. We will be also covering that. What are those rumors which are being spread? Will Florian Wirtz be going to Manchester City? Will Liverpool are having those talks with Florian Wirtz? Will that be the thing happening? Will that be the thing happening? It is looking like a big traumatizing moment for the fans of Mias and Mia, whether it is going to happen or not. Give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, these are the things which we will be covering for today's stream. And for the lineups, not denying the fact today I'm not going with those fancy lineups because we have changed the Bundesliga round 34 and we are not waiting it with 2 games in hand. We have made that. We have made that, boys. We have made that. And are we going to be making that? It is all up for you guys to be making those big predictions, as well as those comments on the chat section. Let me just put on those cheeky piggy links. If you are from the continent, you can watch the matches on the Sony Live platform. And if you are not going to shell out those bucks, then we are also having those big TPG links available on our social media platforms. You can join that. You can join that. But before moving on, how are things going to be shaping in? There are those voting sections which has been pinned. There are those. Oh my God, we have got that vote. Dortmund has got 33% votes still now. Mainz has got 33% votes so far on the live chat. Leipzig has also got 33%, but no votes for Freiburg. Are Freiburg going to get those exits out of the top 4 of the Bundesliga? Is that your prediction? Is that your prediction? Big predictions going on for the Bundesliga round 34. How are things going to be? My goodness, who could have thought that it is going to be a big one? Who could have thought that it is going to be a big one? My goodness, I never imagined that things are going to be shaping up like this. But Dortmund has got some sort of reliefs. Dortmund really has got some sort of reliefs. Nico Kovac, the man, has done some beneficially work, and Dortmund has really gained those points. They were really trailing back by many points in the Bundesliga, but they have made that. They have made that. Are Dortmund going to be making that? Or it is the likes of Mainz 05. Are they going to be making that? It is also a big question. Leipzig, I don't think that there are any expectations of Leipzig to be making that to the top 5. Leipzig, will they be making that to the top 5 or not? I don't think there are much expectations. On the other hand, Freiburg, they are on a good position. No denying the fact, Freiburg are in a definitely good position, and they will definitely want to be coming at. They will definitely want to be coming that. It is the final match day of the Bundesliga. It is the final match day of Bundesliga 2024-25. No more Bundesliga for this season. No more Bundesliga matches for this season. My goodness, it is also coming up tomorrow. is the Bayern watch party. We will be having 18th of May. We will be having the watch party with the ultras, and that is the another aspect we will be having this week. It is also the aspect of ultras celebrating those big Bayern victories, and we will be also joining that watch party for tomorrow. It is confirmed. It is confirmed. But for today's game, how are things going to be shaping up? How are things going to be shaping up? Will Bayern be making that? Will Bayern be making that? Serge Gnabry and Joshua Kimmich with likes of Vincent Company seen on those training parts. It is looking quite evident. But are we going to be making that, boys? Are we going to be making that? Give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Are we going to be making that or not? Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. We have got again a vote for Dortmund has come in. Mainz has got just a vote. Leipzig has also got a vote, but no votes for Freiburg. How are things going to be? How are things going to be? Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. How are we going to be making that? But Mia said Mia, red is the color, boys. Red is the color. We have made that. We have really made that, and it is definitely going to be a big one. But are things going to be bit crazy for us? Are things going to be bit crazy for us? Also, Florian Wirtz, will he be having those coming to Bayern in the red color? Will that be the man? Will that be the man who will be making it big? Give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Are we going to be making that big? Or it is going to be a big sort of worry for us? What are your predictions for that? Give it, give it. We will be making the predictions of this game, Hoffenheim and Bayern, in just 5 more minutes, and after that we will be having the watch along of this game as well. We will be having the watch along of this game. 15 minutes to go, but in the next 5 minutes we will be discussing the lineups, and we will be having the different aspects of Florian Wirtz coming to Bayern or not. Florian Wirtz coming to Bayern or not. That is also the thing which we will be looking for. Give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Is Florian Wirtz going to be coming to Bayern? There are many questions. Will Dortmund be making that? Will Dortmund be making that to the top 4 spots in the Bundesliga? Many ifs and buts are there, guys. There are many ifs and buts which is looking happening. But it is also the likes of tomorrow. We will be having that big Bundesliga celebration, 18th of May. It will be live from Bayern. We will be having that. We will be having that. 18th of May is the date. Save the date, guys. Save the date. 18th of May is the date. Are we going to be making that? 18th of May is the date. Are we going to be making that? Give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Are we going to be making that? Give your votes on that poll section. Who will finish in the top 4? And there is also a Q&A that can Florian Wirtz be coming to Bayern? There is also a Q&A over onto the chat that whether Florian Wirtz will be coming to Bayern. Leverkusen, will they be allowing Florian Wirtz to be coming to Bayern? Will that negotiation be happening? Christopher Friend is not more involved with this negotiation. It is Karl-Heinz Rummenigge who is just making the negotiations looking good. Will that happen? Will that happen? Give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Will that thing be happening good? Will we be making that good? Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. The celebrations are still roaring high up. The celebrations are still roaring high up. Oh my goodness. Are we going to be making that big? Are we going to be making that big? Is that the big thing which is to be talking before the Club World Cup? Are we going to get Florian Wirtz? We are getting the confirmation soon. We are getting the confirmation soon. Thomas Muller, we will be having him on that party as well. And there are things where it will be looking good. There are things where it will be looking good. How are things going to be turning? How are things going to be turning? We are not going to waste any more time with that, and we will be making the different predictions of that. We are going to be making those different predictions for that. Give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, Dortmund, are they going to be making that? Mainz 05, are they going to be making that? Or it is Leipzig or Freiburg? But look at lineups, Dortmund and Bayern, which they are going to be. Today we are not having that fancy lineup. But look at this. Look at this lineup. Look at this lineup. It is Kingsley Coman who has been picked. My goodness, look at the lineup. It is Wirtz and company going crazy, picking up Kingsley Coman. It is Thomas Muller in the starting lineups. Legend Thomas Muller in the starting lineups. Serge Gnabry as well in the starting lineups. Joshua Kimmich and Pavlovic on the mid pitch. Lama, Stanisic, Eric Dyer, Guerrero. Stanisic was having some sort of injuries, but he is back from that and he is into the lineups. It is Manuel Neuer on the goalkeeping positions. No Jonas Ubig. My goodness, Manuel Neuer and Thomas Muller still there from those 2014 World Cup, and they are making that good. They are making that good. With this lineup, will it be happening good? The last game of the Bundesliga, and no denying the fact in the stats, if we look about it, look at the stats. We have got those 95 goals. Can we make 5 more goals and bring in those glorious moments of Jupp Heynckes in the 2011-12 season, where we got those 100 goals in a season, 5 goals short of getting that 100 feet, 5 goals short of getting that 100 feet. Will we be making that? Will we be making that? But looking on the other aspects of Hoffenheim over here, look at that. Hoffenheim with this aspect, they have got Klefs, they have got the likes of Alpenguma, and it is on their striking aspects that Holozek, the man who is going to be there. Holozek is having, but Kramaric is the man who is the clinical finisher this season for Hoffenheim. Kramaric is the man. Talking about Kramaric this season, 33 years of age, this man has got 11 goals, 8 assists this season in the Bundesliga. Big one. Big one, 11 goals for Kramaric. Hoffenheim are also having those lethal aspects, but it is their old man, Oliver Baumann, on the goalkeeping aspects. Oliver Baumann is on the goalkeeping aspects for Hoffenheim. He has kept 4 clean sheets this season, saved 3 out of 5 penalties. Talking about Oliver Baumann, 4 clean sheets this season and saved 3 penalties out of 5. Big aspects for Hoffenheim. Oliver Baumann doing his job good, and he has been even seen picking up by Nagelsmann for the team in shaft. He has been picked by Nagelsmann as well. Oliver Baumann is there on the goalkeeping aspects. The Hoffenheim player who has been doing it from 2014 till now. Oliver Baumann, the goalkeeper for Hoffenheim, has kept that good. But will that story be going good? Kramaric and Oliver Baumann, will these two be making that good? And on the other hand, it is Tom Bischoff, the player as well. Tom Bischoff is there playing for Hoffenheim, but Tom Bischoff has got those contract agreement with Bayern from the next season. Tom Bischoff playing for Hoffenheim, but he is on the center mid pitch. Tom Bischoff, 5 goals, 2 assists, 29 games he has started, 30 in all playing. He has got a good rating, 5 yellow cards, but he has got 5 goals and 2 assists. From Hoffenheim, Tom Bischoff is the man who is coming to Bayern. These are the transfers which has been confirmed. These are the transfers which has been confirmed. But let me put another stats. The transfers for Bayern, which is looking happening. Will that be the thing happening? Tom Bischoff from Hoffenheim playing his last game at Hoffenheim and is going to be coming to Bayern. Look at that. The transfers of Bayern over here. If we move into that, look at that. Bayern with these transfers. How are things going to be making that? I mean, it is Ubik, it is Tom Bischoff. We have got those 2 signings. Tom Bishop is on a free transfer coming to Bayern. We have paid Jonas Umik for 7.1 million from FC Köln, and that goalkeeper is also there. But look at that, it is Eric Dyer who is out. Adam Oznu on a loan to Real Valladolid. Will he be making that? Detoni is on Grasshopper. Ibrahimovic from Bayern is on Lazio. Iran Kuda is on Grasshopper. Franz Kretzig is the man. I was having those expectations. He is on a loan to Heidenheim. But what is that going to be? What is that going to be? Gabriel Vidovic on a loan to Mainz, but hasn't played those big games. And on the other hand, Mazraoui Delict, we had a sale of these two players, and Brand Zaragoza is on a loan to Osasuna. Will he be coming back to Bayern? Is that the need of the hour, or it is the likes of Florian Wirtz who will be coming to Bayern? That is what we want to be happening. Because on the contract extensions, it is Josh Kimmich, Jamal Bambi Musiala, Fonzie, it is Ibrahimovic, it is Stanisic, it is Alexander Pavlovic. These are the contract extensions which we have got. These are the contract extensions which we have got. Joshua Kimmich has been sealed for 4 years up to 2029. Bambi Jamal Musiala has been sealed up to 2030, 5 years. Fonzie Davis has been sealed up to 2030, 5 more years. Ibrahimovic with 3 more years up to 2027. Stanisic with a 5 years extension of 2029. And Pavlovic is with another 5 years up to 2029. These are the contract extensions. Will we be getting Florian Wirtz? Will we be getting Florian Wirtz? That is the aspect to be watching. That is the aspect to be watching. Will we be happening or not? Will that be the thing happening or not? That was all about Bayern and Hoffenheim. The game is still 6 minutes to go. We will have a quick look of Dortmund and Holstein Kiel on their lineups. Look at that. It is the likes of Kobel who is there for Dortmund. Nicolas Sule, Anton, Benzibieni is there on the center backs. Ryerson, Sabitzer is back from the injuries. Felix Mecha on the mid-page, back from the injuries quite a long time, but he is impressive. And it is the likes of Stevenson, Julian Brandt, Adeyemi, and Guirassy. But Karim Adeyemi has to make those good numbers counting from him. There are much expectations that Karim Adeyemi has to be going that good. But Guirassy getting so many goals, 18 goals this season. It is the likes of big numbers talking. Guirassy has made that. Will he be making that? Give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, who will finish in the top 4 in the Bundesliga. Still 5 more minutes to be going into that. But to talk about the likes of Holstein Kiel down to the relegation hasn't been that impressive. Hasn't been that impressive this season. That is all about this Dortmund and Holstein Kiel. But Niko Kovac, the man, really doing big. Niko Kovac, the man, really doing that big for Dortmund. And he is getting those recovery points. And Borussia Dortmund will be guaranteed a Champions League football spot if they beat Holstein Kiel by 3 or more goals. That is the need of the hour for Niko Kovac's Borussia Dortmund. Dortmund has to beat Holstein Kiel by 3 or more goals. 3 or more goals. That is looking the sad story, because looking at the points, look at that. It is Dortmund who are on the 54 points in the 5th spot with a goal difference of 17 they are having. That is a bad one. That is a bad one. They will have to get 54 plus 3, 57 spot. And if Freiburg are getting those upsets, that will be a bad one. That will be a bad one. Because talking about on the other game, it is Freiburg who are facing Frankfurt. Freiburg are facing Frankfurt on that. That is the thing. Frankfurt are on the 3rd spot. They can get some sort of relief into it. But if Frankfurt are going to lose to Freiburg, Dortmund has to get those 3 or more goal wins. That is what they have. They will be confirming their Champions League spot. That is what they will be just making those Champions League spot. Leipzig and Stuttgart. Leipzig has no hope, but yes, with some decent wins, they can be making that into the Conference League at least. They are on the 51 spots. Mainz are there, but Dortmund are on a critical spot, 54. Leipzig are a no threat for Dortmund. If Leipzig are going to win, they will be matching those points with Dortmund, but 17 is the goal difference, huge one. Leipzig is not going to make that big. And on the other hand, Mainz 05 with 51 points, look at that. They will be making that or not. 3 points will make them 54, but a goal difference of 12 is there. The fight is between Dortmund, Frankfurt and Freiburg for that 4th spot. But Frankfurt will get that, no worries for them. It is the likes of Dortmund, if they are getting those 3 wins, 3 points out of this win, they will be matching Frankfurt 57, but a 3 goal difference. Frankfurt are having those 20 on the goal difference. Dortmund are having 17 on that goal difference. Dortmund has to win, and with a goal difference of more than 3 points, Dortmund will be then only making to the Champions League. Dortmund will be then only making to the Champions League. That is all about the Bundesliga table, and it is the last round of this season of the 2024 and 25, and we are going to be having the watch along. Still 1 minute left. Still 1 minute left for this game to begin. It is Bayern who are playing that away game, and it is going to be beginning soon. Hoffenheim against Bayern. Will Bayern get those 5 more points to be talking? Will Bayern getting those 5 more goals and make it big and count to those 100 goals this season? Will that feat of Jupp Heynckes will be repeated again? Will that feat of Jupp Heynckes will be repeated again? Because look at the Bundesliga table over here. It is looking a one way for Bayern. Bayern has done that good. Mia San Mia has got that. Tomorrow we are having those celebrations as well. But it is those 79 points. 63 is the goal difference. 32 they have conceded, but 95 goals Bayern has scored this season. And Harry Kane will be getting that golden boot. Thomas Muller, will he be getting that big? The game is about to begin. Yes, it has begun. Serge Gnabry has passed that. It is Manuel Neuer, the legend, giving that a long ball high up. Thomas Muller gets that header. It is to the mid pitch. Guerrero this time passing that to Eric Dyer. Look at that. The game has begun over here. The game has begun over here. Let me just refresh this. What is that? Dortmund and the likes of Holstein Kiel has also begun. Dortmund fans need those 3 more points. 3 goals, 3 more goals victory which they need, because there is something which they wanting to be happening. These are the 5 matches. Bundesliga round 34 is going to be coming to an end. The kickoff has happened. Hoffenheim and Bayern, the kickoff has happened. The kickoff has happened. Dortmund and Holstein Kiel, the kickoff has happened. Mainz 05 against Leverkusen. Xabi Alonso playing his last game, and Florian Wirtz already getting those big praise for Xabi Alonso on his social media handles. The game has kicked off between Leipzig and Stuttgart as well. And on the other hand, Freiburg and the likes of Frankfurt, the game has also begun. All the 5 matches which we are watching for today's, the kickoff has happened. The kickoff has happened. Give your votes, those of you who are watching this. Oliver Baumann and the likes of Kramaric, will they be good enough to get past Bayern and make some impressive aspects to this Bundesliga last round? Because to talk about Hoffenheim, in their past fixtures, they have made those. To talk about that, it is the May 18, 2024 in the Bundesliga second round, where Hoffenheim were hosting Bayern Munich at the PreZero Arena at their home. They have got their victory. It is just in the past two fixtures where Hoffenheim has got a 4-2 victory. But this season, for the first leg at the Alliance, we have got those 5-0 victories, and it was Leroy Sané, the man, getting those two goals. It is Guerrero getting a goal. It is Harry Kane with a penalty goal, and Gnabry was the man who got a goal. It is Olise now passing that back. It was for Kingsley Coman, but look at the lineups. Look at the lineups for this game. Look at the lineups for this game. When are they going to be making that good? We are following those 5 big matches to be happening. But why this Dortmund and Holstein Kiel? The game has begun. Yes, the kickoff has happened for Dortmund and Holstein Kiel as well. Leverkusen and Mainz 05. The kickoff has also happened over there. Leipzig and Stuttgart 4 minutes into that game as well. And Freiburg and Frankfurt. Oh my goodness, look at that. And for Leverkusen, it is the likes of Florian Wirtz, Hoffmann and Patrick Schick playing for the last time. Florian Wirtz, will he be playing those last time aspects for Xabi Alonso's Leverkusen? Leverkusen has given those grand celebrations. It is Thomas Muller who has also got those grand celebrations. And tomorrow we'll be having that watch-along party. It will be live on the FC Bayern social media platform where we'll be having those celebrations. Big watch party will be that. It is to Josh Kimmich on the mid page, passing that to Dyer. Now it is the likes of. It is something. Gnabry can make that against Oliver Baumann. No, Baumann gets the hold of the ball. Good. Look at that. It was some good clinical finishes needed for Serge Gnabry. He was there, speeding it high up, but he was being blocked. Serge Gnabry was there, making that high up onto that aspect, but he was being blocked. Look at that. It is Ostigard, the man, and Chavez on the defensive aspect who denied Serge Gnabry of the early first goal in just 5 minutes. It is again to Kingsley Coman. He is inside the box. He's trying to cut in. No, he is on a halt. Passing that back. Guerrero. Now Pavlovic. First touch from Pavlovic wasn't that good. Now it is to Kimmich. Joshua Kimmich has been the best performer of Bayern this season in terms of all the stats counting. Overall, Joshua Kimmich has been the best performer for Bayern this season. It is a missed pass. It was some sort of a recovery ball which was happening, but has been given. Thomas Muller getting that good interception on the mid page. Look at that. Thomas Muller staying on the mid page. It is Gnabry, it is Coman and Olise who are staying high up. 3 of them are staying high up. Kramaric making that clinical move. Now it is the likes of Hoffenheim trying to get some build up, but it is a back pass. I'm trying to just spread the pitch on the far wings, but it is out for a throw. It is out for a throw. Will the likes of Florian Wirtz, will he be coming to Bayern or not? Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, who will make into the top 4 in the Bundesliga? Dortmund, Mainz, Leipzig or Freiburg? Give your votes on that poll section. And there is also a Q&A that can Florian Wirtz be coming to Bayern this summer, or will he be going to the likes of Manchester City, Real Madrid, Liverpool? So many of the options he is having. Will he be trusting in Xabi Alonso and staying at Leverkusen, and in the next summers or in the winters he will be going to Real Madrid? Will that be the thing happening? What is going to be happening with Florian Wirtz? Because from Bayern's aspect, it is Christopher Foon who has just raised his hand, and it is only left with Karl-Heinz Rummenigge to be making the final negotiations and just making this confirmation that Florian Wirtz is coming to Bayern or not. Only the verbal agreements has been made, but nothing has been done on the pen and paper. Will we be getting Florian Wirtz before the Club World Cup? It is Oliver Baumann giving it a long ball. It was for Kramaric. Yes, the ball has been recovered. It is a recovery ball. Looking that it is a big opportunity. Hoffenheim will get the header on the far post. It is a miss pass. Lima has got that interception good at the right spot on the right back to the far post. He makes that recovery look good. It is Olise building up. Passing to Kimmich. Pavlovic. Thomas Muller on the build-up, giving it back to Joshua Kimmich. 8 minutes on the watch. 8 minutes on the watch. Now it is for Pavlovic. Giving it that to Rafael Guerrero, speeding it high up. Making it impressive. It is to Coman. Kingsley Coman with his right footer blocked. Man, Kingsley Coman was making that right footer curl into the box, but it has been blocked. This again to Konrad Lama. Lima to Olise passes that. Look at that. It is Hoffenheim who are now down on their defensive half of the pitch. And all of those 11 men in blue are safeguarding the defensive wall. It is at their home. Eric Dyer now getting it to Guerrero. Mid-pitch, Stanisic passing it back to Dyer. Look at that. Hoffenheim are not allowing anything to be coming into their box. Hoffenheim are not allowing anything to be coming into their box. This is the game which is going on. Give your votes, those of you who are watching this. Who will make it into the top 4? Dortmund, Mainz, Leipzig or Freiburg? It is a goal scoring opportunity. Kingsley Coman, will he get that header? My goodness. It was a header opportunity for Kingsley Coman, but that lofted pass and cross which was made inside the box has been intercepted. Hoffenheim are not allowing anything to be coming inside the box. They are just safeguarding the nets. They are not allowing Olise. They are not allowing Coman, nor even the likes of Harry Kane and the likes of Gnabry are making that. But Harry Kane has been given those rest. It is Thomas Muller and Gnabry playing that. Jeff Gnabry, will he be making that? It is now Coman again on the wings. He is on the edge of the box. Hoffenheim are marking the edge of the box. So good so far in the 10 minutes. Hoffenheim are making that edge of the box and nothing are they allowing it to be coming in. Pavlovic getting that to Stanisic this time. It is already 10 minutes 30 seconds. Not a single shot taken on target so far. Lima this time getting it back to Eric Dyer. Olise again to the far wings. It is Joshua Kimmich who is staying high up on those right wings. Look at that. On the other hand, Dortmund has scored. Oh my goodness. Carl Johnson from Holstein Kiel has got a red card and Dortmund has scored their first goal. But in order to be making that to the Champions League spot, Dortmund has to get 3 more goals to be making that, and a win is to be needing that. Frankfurt are on the 58 points, Dortmund are on 57 points, but Dortmund on a goal difference of 2 against Frankfurt. Look at that. Frankfurt has got 20 on the goal difference, Dortmund has got 18. Dortmund has got their first goal and a red card is there for Holstein Kiel. My goodness, all the things are looking in favor of Dortmund to be talking about, but they have to get more than 3 goals victory against Holstein Kiel because it is the goal difference which they have to be making that against the likes of Frankfurt. That is the talking point of this game. Already 1 shot taken, 1 on target. My goodness. It was a penalty goal from Gurase and Dortmund are there on that one goal lead which has happened. One goal lead for Dortmund has happened, and Guirassy getting a penalty. Oh my goodness, in just under 9 minutes, that goal has happened. So Dortmund, will they be making that? Because still they have to go 3 more goals to be on the points tally above Frankfurt. Leverkusen and the likes of Mainz 05, no goals has yet happened on that fixture. 13 minutes into that watch, Leipzig has got against Stuttgart. My goodness, Xavi Simons has got that against Stuttgart, and look at that. Look at that. It is Leipzig now launching to the 6th spot. They will make it to the Conference League at least. Leipzig with that one goal against Stuttgart will be making that in the Conference League. And on the other hand, Frankfurt and Freiburg, the game over here, it has also begun with 10 minutes on the watch, and no goals has yet been scored. No goals has yet been scored. But we are watching this game of Hoffenheim and Bayern, as well as the rest of the 5 Bundesliga matches. We are watching who will be making to the top 4. Along with that, we will be having the discussion of Florian Wirtz. Is he going to be coming to Bayern Leverkusen? Will they allow that negotiation to happen? Big whooping transfer is the need of the hour. But before the Club World Cup, is that thing going to be happening? Before the Club World Cup, can Bayern seal those transfers of Leverkusen to be coming in? It is a cross from Kimmich. Oliver Baumann from Hoffenheim. He is getting that big hold of the ball for those crosses. These are the two men. It is Oliver Baumann and it is the likes of Florian Wirtz. I mean, Kramaric, my mistake, not Florian Wirtz. It is Kramaric and Oliver Baumann. These two men from Hoffenheim, they will be clinical to making those big numbers talking. 14 minutes, 30 seconds into the watch. Hoffenheim are building up something, but in their final thirds and fourths, they are not making it count. They are not making it count anything. It is Akpoguma who has now considered a throw in favor of Bayern. Give your votes. Who will finish in the top 4 in the Bundesliga? This is the last match day of Bundesliga and it is round 34. Will Dortmund be making that? Mainz be making that? Leipzig or Freiburg? Who will be making that? Already it is the likes of Dortmund who has got a goal, but still they need 3 more goals in order to be on a goal difference ahead of Frankfurt. And on the other hand, Leverkusen and Mainz 05, last game in charge of Xabi Alonso, and Florian Wirtz might be his last game at Leverkusen. Will he be making that? But Guirassy is the man from Dortmund getting a penalty, and he has got that first goal, as well as Holstein Kiel has got the likes of Karl getting a red card in just 39 minutes. Bundesliga round 34 is also happening. It is also happening. And on the other hand, Leipzig and Stuttgart. Leipzig has got their 1 goal against Stuttgart. With this on the points table, Leipzig will be playing the Conference League next season at least. Frankfurt and Freiburg, still it is goalless. Still it is goalless. And Bayern and Hoffenheim, we are having the watch along of that, along with these rest of the games of the Bundesliga. Can Bayern on the points table get those 100 goals, 5 goals which they want? Thomas Muller getting that to Olise being blocked on those fast runs. But Hoffenheim are playing really a critical game. They are making it to the wings, they are making it wide, then they are making it to the either the left wings or the right wings, and then they are going to be making that to the center of the pitch. It is a big game. Hoffenheim are really playing a difficult game for their own aspect. 17 minutes are up. 17 minutes are up, and on the stats of this game, no shots yet has been taken. No shots yet has been taken. Neither Bayern nor Hoffenheim has been able to take a shot on target. Defensively good games happening. But it is the last game, and Vincent Company has given those opportunities to Thomas Muller for those starting. Thomas Muller has got those grand celebrations at the Alliance for the previous fixture, as well as it is going to be tomorrow, 18th of May, where we will be having those big watch party. Eric Dyer getting that to Kimmich. Stanisic now on the mid path, passing that to Pavlovic. Guerrero. Guerrero going that to Stanisic again. Pavlovic on the mid page. Dyer builds up, build up, looking good. This picture for Bayern is not that good, but it is that Mia San Mia mentality where you have to get that big. It is Coman for those wings crosses for Olise for the far post. Denied, boy, denied. Hoffenheim on their defensive aspects are not allowing anything, neither the likes of Olise nor the likes of Kingsley Coman. In early 19 minutes of the first half, they haven't been able to penetrate into the box. It's a corner again to the far post. It was Stanisic for those headers, but missed. So last game, that is for Thomas Muller. Last game, that is for Eric Dyer. It is now the likes of Pavlovic getting that to Thomas Muller inside the box. Muller has penetrated, back passing, flip-flap to Joshua Kimmich. Again to Thomas Muller with that legendary cross for those headers. Coman, no one on that spot to take that header to the far post. Legendary Thomas Muller again making those crosses. Look at that, look at that. At this age, still Thomas Muller, the man, making those crosses from inside the box. He got past the defender so good, but it was the likes of Coman and Gnabry who were staying so close. Again, a corner, Kimmich, short pass to Gnabry. Kimmich again to the edge of the box, passing that to Lama. Will he take that shot? Lama takes that to the far post, but no way near the woodwork. Lama took with his right foot. Oh my goodness, that was a big, huge gap. That was too wide and not a threat for Bowman. But Bowman, will he be able to keep the nets safe? Bowman, will he be able to keep the net safe up to those 90 minutes plus stoppage time? That is the factor to be watching into this. Eric Dyer getting that interception. Back to Manuel Neuer. It is Guerrero this time. Joshua Kimmich. Gnabry on the mid-page, passing it high up. It is a good move from Gnabry. Look at that. Olise is making those runs on the wings. He is with his left footer getting into the box. He has passed that. A big one, clinical one. Gnabry takes that shot. Oh my God. Look at that. Chef was about to be cooking. Serge Gnabry, Chef was about to be cooking with his right footer, just few inches off the far post again, just few inches off the far post again. Serge Gnabry, is he going to be coming back to his roaring form? Will Serge Gnabry be coming back to his roaring form? My goodness, what a shot that was from Gnabry. And yes, those of you who are watching, give your votes. Who will finish top 4 in the Bundesliga? Dortmund, Mainz, Leipzig or Freiburg? There is also a Q&A over here that can Florian Wirtz join Bayern this summer? Will that be the thing happening? Will Leverkusen, the negotiations going on with the likes of Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, the verbal agreement has been up, but Christopher Friend is not in with those negotiations because his relations with the likes of Leverkusen sporting director has been strained. And it is likes of Florian Wirtz in links with Manchester City. Real Madrid are not looking for Florian Wirtz this summer. Real Madrid are not looking for Florian Wirtz this summer. But Liverpool are also coming in those transfer talks. Those are the rumors which is happening. It is only the likes of Manchester City and Bayern who will be making it against Florian Wirtz. That is the talk of the town. Can Bayern get the transfers of Florian Wirtz? On the mid pitch, we will be getting the replacement of Thomas Muller, legendary Thomas Muller. Will he be getting those replacements? Bayern, will they be getting those replacements for legendary Thomas Muller on the pitch? Will we be going to see Watchalong? Will we be going to see Olisiazala? Those things will be happening or not? TSG passing it high up. It was for Koeman, but that pass was intercepted. It is a high one. Kramaric has made that move. Look at that. But the game has been halted by the referee. It was some sort of foul. Daniel Schlager, the referee on the pitch. Look at that. It is what Hoffenheim are capable of doing. Passing it from the mid pitch to the far post, diverting the centre backs wide, and then they will come into the box to make those scoring goals. That is what. But Hoffenheim are making those big numbers talking. It was for Thomas Muller inside the box. Will he get that to Lemon? No, passing it. Olise, Gnabry, Kimmich, Pavlovic. Passes are happening, but the men in blue, Hoffenheim, are really safeguarding the defensive aspect so good. It's Gnabry passing that to the far post from inside the box. I think Bayern should take those shots for Oliver Baumann to those far posts. They have to get those shots talking. But will it be the likes of Hoffenheim who are having Christian Ilzer on their managerial aspect? Will he be making that good? Bayern has got nothing to lose with this game. They are on the first spot and they will be making that, and the football is coming home, my boys. Football is definitely coming home. But on the other hand, Dortmund and Holstein Kiel down by a red card. Dortmund has got a penalty, Gurase converting that, but still Dortmund needs those 3 more goals. With that, numbers to be talking against the likes of Frankfurt, Mainz and Leverkusen. Oh my god, Grimaldo is already out. It was the likes of Mainz getting a goal against Leverkusen and early substitution for Grimaldo. It is Arthur coming in. Leipzig, oh my goodness, Leipzig scored their first goal and it happened by Xavi Simons, and now it is Stuttgart getting the likes of Dennis Undap. Stuttgart are blocking anything for Leipzig to be playing those Conference League, because look at the stats. Now with that draw, it is Stuttgart who are the 9th spot. They are not going to play across Europe this summer, but it will be the likes of Leipzig also dropping down on those points, because 52 is the points which Mainz and Leipzig are having on those 6th and 7th spot, but a goal difference where only 6 Leipzig are having, whereas Mainz 05 are having 12. It is inside the box. Gnabry takes a header, deep laying header pass. No one for there to take a shot into the net for Bayern. 26 minutes are up. Look at that. But Dortmund, with that 1 goal lead, are making that to the 4th spot. Things are looking quite turning, and it will be looking quite up and down if there are any goals which are being scored by Freiburg. Mainz are getting any sort of recoveries. It will be looking big one. But Bayern and Leverkusen are comfortable on their 1st and 2nd spot. But Frankfurt on that 58 points. That is the aspect. Frankfurt with 58 points. If they get it past Leverkusen, they will be making that. Look at that. Frankfurt, if they are going to be making 58 points, they are. But Leverkusen are on 69 points. So the race is only between Frankfurt, Dortmund, Freiburg, Mainz and Leipzig. These are the things happening. Over here. Not a single goal being scored between Frankfurt and Freiburg. 1 each for Stuttgart and Leipzig. Not a goal scored by Mainz, but their one goal has been given a no rule, no goal after those VAR check. And Dortmund one up against red card down to 10-man Holstein Kiel, and Holstein Kiel are also down to those relegations. Big upset moment for them. And Bayern and Hoffenheim over here, not a single goal yet being scored. But look at that. In just 28 minutes, Bayern has managed to take only 2 shots. Hoffenheim are really blocking those defensive aspects good. In 28 minutes, restricting Bayern with only 2 shots, not a single one on target. It is a big game Hoffenheim are playing. It is again Olise moving it high up. Misses that to Lama. Olise again going to take that throw. No, it is Lama. He passes the ball to Lama. Lama gives that to Kimmich. Kimmich to the centre back, Stanisic. Stanisic this time goes for Guerrero. It is King Coman. That is what I am saying. Look at that. Thomas Muller and Gnabry staying on the forwards. Look at that. It is only the moment where legendary Thomas Muller is looking for those spaces, but nothing is looking from Gnabry. It is again into the box. Again, Thomas Muller making those runs, but Serge Gnabry, chef, I don't know why he is not making those movements good enough on the pitch. It is Joshua Kimmich passing that back to Manuel Neuer. Jonas Ubig, not for this game. Back-to-back 2 games. Jonas Ubig hasn't got those playtime. Jonas Ubig is not getting those playtime back-to-back in 2 games. Jonas Ubig is not getting those playtime. Will that be the thing happening? Will that be the thing happening? Jonas Ubig has again stopped getting those playtime. It is Manuel Neuer who has been seen coming onto the pitch. It is inside the box again. But Hoffenheim has restricted Bayern in 30 minutes of this first half with only 2 shots and not a single one on target. Not a threat for Oliver Baumann. On the other hand, from Hoffenheim, will Kramaric and Baumann be making those big upsets? Kramaric, will he be scoring? Baumann, will he be making those big saves? It is Pavlovic now passing that. Lama. A one-touch pass for Muller, but not good enough to get it into him, into the box. "30 minutes are up. Now Hoffenheim are looking down and they are losing their energy on the centre backs. Will the aspect count and Bayern make those? Because in the first leg, Bayern has scored 5 goals. It was 2 goals from Sane, 1 from the likes of Harry Kane, and it was Serge Gnabry as well scoring in that game. It is Lamont, Pavlovic, mid-page, first touch from Pavlovic, not good. It is a recovery tackle from him. Now it is Guerrero. It is early moment. Inside the box goes Coman. Back again to Kimmich. Make those crosses in those early moment, boys. Olise now with the red in the color. Lama passing that to Kimmich. Olise again. It is to Lama. Look at that. Down to their own defensive aspect. Hoffenheim are blocking anything. Olise passing that to Kimmich again. Eric Dyer so high up, getting it to Guerrero. Everything on the wings. Coman this time gets a header. Olise was there but being blocked. Interception by Lama. My goodness, we have got that one. I mean, what is that? Why the chat section was just having that? Why the chat section just popped out? Oh my god, we have got those votes. It is Dortmund who has got 33% votes on that live chat. Mainz 05 has got 33%. Leipzig has got 33%. And Freiburg, not a single vote for Freiburg to be making it into the top 4. It is also the Q&A that whether Florian Wirtz be going to Bayern this transfer, Leverkusen, will they be making some compromise in those money transfers and those negotiations with Karl-Heinz Rummenigge? Will he be making that? It is the final day of the Bundesliga. This is the round of 34 and 5 matches we are having at the same time. This is going to be a big one. This is going to be a big one. Look at that, Bayern fans displaying those banners on the stands. It is looking so good. And yes, tomorrow we are having those watch party as well. 18th of May, save the date, boys, save the date. Football is coming home. Olise with that cross into the post, far post, first post. Olise has netted it good. Olise set piece done, and it is that first goal which has come in, and it is Mikel Olise who has netted it with that set piece. What a goal to the first post, and Olise has made that. We are now 96 goals this season. 4 more goals will add to those big numbers talking from the legend Jupp Heynckes in the 2011 and 12, where we got those 12 goals. Now we are with 96 goals this season, and the goal scorer being Olise. Look at that, it was so clinical. It was to the first post. No aspects for Oliver Baumann to be making those saves, and the scoreline is 1-up for Bayern. What a class finish. It was Hoffenheim who were denying everything, anything, and they were making their defensive wall so good. It was a good job Hoffenheim were making it, but Mikel Olise getting that single set piece, taking opportunity on the edge of the box, and he netted that up against Baumann. No touches even from Baumann because it was to the far post, and it was such a good conversion from Mikel Olise. My goodness. Mikel Olise, to be talking about him this season, 23 years of age, coming for the first season at Bayern, 11 goals in the Bundesliga, and in all 49 games across all competitions, 16 goals from Mikel Olise. Big numbers talking. 11 goals in the Bundesliga, and all in all 16 goals. This is his 12th goal. 27 games he has started, 33 matches he has played, 14 assists. My goodness. Mikel Olise has again proved that he is that worth to be playing in those red colors. Red is the color, my boys. Red is the color. Mikel Olise making that 96th goal for Bayern. I mean, Bayern has scored 96th goal. 4 more goals can be achieve that 100th goal which we achieved for the last time. It was in the era of Jupp Heynckes, that legendary manager, where we scored those 100 goals in a season. Can we make that 100 goal feat again? Bundesliga is ours, the shield is ours, football is coming home. It is Hoffenheim taking those shots. No threat for Manuel Neuer. Not a threat for Manuel Neuer with that shot. It was no way near the woodwork, and not a threat for Manuel Neuer so far. Wish we could have got Manuel Neuer back to the squad early. Wish we could have got Manuel Neuer into the squad early. Will we be watching the next season with Ubig? Manuel Neuer be staying up again because he has those good contracts in his time, talking good? Will we be getting Florian Wirtz? Will that thing be happening? Give your votes, guys. Who will finish top 4 in the Bundesliga? And how is that going to be? There is also a Q&A that can Florian Wirtz join Bayern Munich this summer? Will Leverkusen sell him after an evacuation? And it is Karl-Heinz Rummenigge who will be making those negotiations because everything is now left with him. And on the other hand, Dortmund and Holstein Kiel, 37 minutes into that, Dortmund with that sole penalty opportunity which they got, 1 goal. Dortmund has to get 3 more goals at least to make those spots for the Champions League. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Leverkusen in their last game for Xabi Alonso. Florian Wirtz playing his last game for Leverkusen. This is the last round of 34 in the Bundesliga and they are down by 1 goal against Mainz. My goodness. It is Paul Nobel who has made that goal. Look at that. Amiri made that assist. My goodness. And Mainz has got 9 shots, 3 on target. Leverkusen are being bombarded by Mainz 05 at their home. They are making that happen. Whereas Leverkusen has only got 2 shots on target. My goodness. Leverkusen are being bombarded badly by Mainz 05. Leipzig and Stuttgart, oh my goodness, that is still a draw going on. And oh my god, Freiburg has got that 1 goal against Frankfurt. Things are happening worse for Dortmund. Look at that. It is Freiburg who has got a goal against Frankfurt. My goodness, look at that. Dortmund with that 1 penalty goal which they scored, they were looking at making it into the Champions League, climbing up to the 4th spot. But the goal difference is where it is lying. The goal difference is where it is lying. And Freiburg getting a goal against Frankfurt, it will be all the goodness for Dortmund. But Dortmund has to score more goals. Look at that. The table over here, Bayern now with 82, Leverkusen with 68 points, Freiburg on the 3rd spot with 58. Freiburg has clinched to the 3rd spot. My goodness. It is a big opportunity. Can Thomas Muller do 48 goals? 2 more goals. Will he get that into the box? He gets that. Blocked. Hoffenheim are getting everything blocked for Bayern. It is legendary Thomas Muller with 248 goals in 750 games across all competition for Bayern. Will he get the feat of 250th goal of his career? But looking at the Bundesliga table, look at that. Frankfurt now with 57. 19 is the goal difference where they are dominating against Dortmund. Dortmund with that 1 goal are also 57 points, but 1 goal difference 18. Dortmund has to get more than 3 goals win. That is where things will be looking good. Mainz 05 has climbed that spot on the 6th. They will be playing those Conference League, but Leipzig are again looking out of the race. It will be the bad luck for Leipzig. But will that thing be happening or not? 1 each over here for Leipzig and Stuttgart. 1 down Leverkusen against Mainz. 1 down Holstein Kiel. Holstein Kiel are really down on their relegation. 6 shots Dortmund has taken, 2 on target. But shots and target are not going to be counting. They have to get it into the nets. And it is Bayern and Hoffenheim. Bayern with that 1 goal, now making it 96 goals. Look at that. Bayern with 82 points has got 96 goals scored. 32 they have conceded. 25 wins, 7 draws, 2 losses. Bayern are there for their first spot. Mias and Mia happening for Bayern. But 96 is the goals which they have scored so far this season. Will we make it to the 100th goal? Will we make it to the 100th goal and attain that feat where we got up with the likes of Jupp Hackness? Will we attain those 100 goals? That number, will it be coming? It is 4 more goals we need. Statistic. Because in the first leg against Hoffenheim, we have got those 5 goals. It was the first leg where we were winning it at the Alliance, and it was those 5 goals which we got. Can we get those second leg again with 5 goals? Then we will be making it to 100 goals, because already a 1 goal has happened. 4 more goals. Can we attain that feat of 100 goals this season? Can we make that happen? Give your votes, guys. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes for that poll section which has been pinned on the chat. Baumann making that goalkeeping aspect looking good. It is Gnabry dropping down for those interceptions. Gnabry is time and again showing that he is capable of making those aspects look good, but some way or the other he is not getting that big clinical finisher which he was 2 seasons back. Lima getting that to Kimmich. It is Guerrero this time, feeding it high up. It is Thomas Muller this time, passing that to Gnabry. To the mid pitch, coming in, Joshua Kimmich, lofted one up high for Guerrero, inside the box, blocked. Pavlovic getting those recovery ball good, but Pavlovic has also to be consistent high enough because the next season we are having those big fixtures of the Club World Cup as well. It is those aspects where we have to be making that good. So Florian Wirtz, what is that concrete aspect where we are getting that? Is he going to be coming to Bayern or not? Will he be making that to Bayern or not? That is the thing where we need to the numbers to be talking. So before that title party, it is company who is insisting that Hoffenheim is absolutely the priority before Bayern's party, and we are going to make that big. If we are going to make that big, can we achieve that 5-goal victory and make it to 100 goals this season? Can we attain that feat? It is to Muller getting to Coman. Kimmich, Thomas Muller taking that shot. Oh my goodness. It was a big opportunity for Thomas Muller to be getting that into the nets. He has missed it. That legend has missed it. Kimmich passed it so beautifully. Kimmich is that man. He is the backbone where Bayern are relying most of the times. Kimmich is becoming the backbone where Bayern are relying on him for the past many seasons, and he has been consistently making that, and he is good enough. He is really counting the numbers good for him. The Bavarian Giants have reclaimed the domestic title 12 months after their 11-year-old hold on the trophy for the Deutsche Meister was disrupted by Leverkusen, and Thomas Muller's Allianz Arena was looking a bit distorted, but it is Vincent Kompany who has got those recovery. It is Olise again taking that shot, but missed. 45 minutes are up, 1 minute of added time. I mean, Vincent Kompany, the Belgian, and his team will celebrate their achievements in a traditional manner on Sunday and presenting the trophy to the club's fans from the balcony of Munich's City Hall. It will be also live on the FC Bayern's social media platform where we'll be watching that. And before that, Bayern must round off their campaign against the likes of Hoffenheim with this, and the concentration of getting 100 goals. Can we achieve that? It is the next feat which we are trying to watch in this, but now only that focus is on Hoffenheim. That is the number which is looking talking. 1 goal up in the first half. The referee has blown the whistle and it is the end of the first half, which is happening over here, Bayern and the likes of Hoffenheim. But it is that numbers which looks to be good. It is that number which looks to be good. It is the halftime over here. Hoffenheim and Bayern, the game was happening over there, and Hoffenheim has got that. PreZero Arena down by 1 goal. Hoffenheim already on a relegation. Not of those much expectations which they are having, but it is the likes of Borussia Dortmund and the likes of Holstein, Kiel. Still 1 goal. Dortmund are not getting that into the nets, but looking at the stats, 7 shots they have taken, 2 on target, not getting that into the nets is the trouble looking to be happening for Dortmund. They have to get more than 3 goals. Mainz 05 and the likes of Leverkusen, my goodness, all yellow cards coming in. Palacios Stefan Bell getting those yellow cards, but it is that goal from Paul Nebel. That goal stands, and prior to that, it was a no goal which happened for Mainz 05 as well. And Grimaldo is the man who is out for Leverkusen. It is a big one. 2 goals for Mainz 05 being denied. 2 goals for Mainz 05 being denied on a VAR. Mainz 05 are really playing that big, and 10 shots they have taken, and they have restricted Leverkusen with only 2 shots, not a single one on target. Mainz 05 are playing that good, but Leverkusen, will they get those clutch moments back with the last game in charge for Xabi Alonso? Will that be the thing happening? Will that be the thing happening? Oh my God, Leipzig has got their second goal. Look at that. It is Baku who has got that second goal. Stuttgart now down by 1 goal. Frankfurt and Freiburg, my goodness, Frankfurt down by 1 goal against Freiburg. The Bundesliga table is looking good over here. The Bundesliga table is looking good over here, but look at the stats of this. Look at the stats of this. We will be making those stats. Where is that table? Yes, we will be making those table looking good over here. Look at that. It is the Bundesliga table over here. We have placed that on the screen. And will Florian Wirtz be coming to Bayern or not? That is the aspect. Bayern now with 1 goal lead are on the top spot, and with this victory we have 96 goals so far. Can we achieve those 4 more goals? That is the aspect where we are having Bayern and Hoffenheim. The next game, it is the likes of Borussia Dortmund who are up against Holstein Kiel. Dortmund are on the 5th spot. Will they be making to the Champions League, to the top 4, or they will have to be compromising with those Europa League? That is the numbers talking for Dortmund. That is the numbers talking for Dortmund. Dortmund are 69, 51, 18 is the goal difference. But Frankfurt, look at them. They are 19. 1 more on the goal difference. That is what Frankfurt is ahead of Dortmund. Dortmund has to get it big. Dortmund has to get it big. It is also the likes of Mainz 05 and Bayer Leverkusen, but Mainz has got that 1 goal lead. 2 goals denied for Mainz 05 on those VRs. Leipzig and Stuttgart. Leipzig has scored their 2nd goal, but Mainz getting that 1 goal lead over Leverkusen are making that to the 6th spot. They will be playing those Conference League. Will Leipzig be making that to the Conference League? Dortmund, will they be making to the Champions League? That will be the aspect. Freiburg and Frankfurt, that is the game where Frankfurt are really nailing it bad. Frankfurt are down by 1 goal against Freiburg. So that is the thing which we are voting for the Bundesliga round 34. Who will be making it to the top 4? Do stay tuned to it. And yes, those of you who are watching this, give your votes on those social media, on those live chat which has been pinned for that poll. Who will finish top 4 in the Bundesliga? Dortmund, Mainz 05, Leipzig, Freiburg. Who are these 2 teams apart from Bayern and the likes of Leverkusen who will be making that to the top 4? Also, there is a Q&A that can Florian Wirtz join Bayern Munich this summer? Will Leverkusen sell him after negotiation good enough? Will that be 100 million plus transfers, 150 million plus transfers? What is that going to be? It is the final day of the Bundesliga round, and tomorrow 18th of May we will be having that big watch party where Bayern will be making those big celebrations, and it will be happening on the Munich Hall. We will be covering that also. And who will be making that? Give your votes, give your petitions. I will be taking a short 1-minute break and will be back to the stream. I will be just taking a short 1-minute break and I will be back to the stream. But how is this Bundesliga table going to be for the last round? Just give me a short 1-minute break. I will be taking a break and I will be back. Red is the color, my boys. Red is the color. Bayern has made that. Mias and Mia is talking. Pac-Mass is talking. But can we achieve those 100 goals? 96 is the goals which we have scored in the Bundesliga this season. Can we achieve those 4 goals? Give your votes, give your comments. I will be just back in 1 minute of a break. Red is the color, my boys. It is those moments which are being shown. It is Bayern who was lifting that trophy. Look at that. It was Thomas Muller who lifted that trophy and taking his retirement out of the pitch. But is that thing going to be looking good? Is that thing going to be looking good? Are we making that big? Are we making that 100 goals this season? Are we looking to be making that good? Give your votes, guys. Give your votes. We are back from that short break of 1 minute because our throat was so thirsty and we had those coffee and water in that short 1 minute and 2 minute break. Are we going to be making that? Are we going to be making that? Is the thing going to be talking for Bayern? Is the thing going to be talking for Bayern? Oh my goodness, are we going to be making that big or not? It is the question which is going to be. But there is nothing to be losing for Bayern in this, because to talk about the lineups over here, look at that, a decent performance. All the stats which are being shown on this stream are from the likes of the FortMob web application where the things are being shown. Look at that, Hoffenheim are making it bit decent on their defensive aspect, denying any sort of opportunities for Bayern, but Olise has been clinical as well. Olise has got that one goal from a set piece, big one that was from Olise. Kimmich has been that backbone. No denying the fact, Kimmich has been that backbone. It is that big gamble where Bayern are making that good. Bayern are really making that good. On the other hand, Eric Dyer making it decent. Stanisic doing a good job. Pavlovic making it good. But Kingsley Coman, Gnabry has to make that big. It is the availability where Vincent Company is having the likes of Peretz, Ubik, Sachaboe, Vidovic. Vidovic is the man I would like him to be coming and playing into the squad. Vidovic is the man I would like him to be coming into the squad. Palina is there, Goretzka, Harry Kane, Kusi Asare, Leroy Sane, all are available for those substitutions, but the injury list before the Club World Cup will be bad. Alphonso Davies, big injuries are there. He is on a ligament injury, not to be coming before December. Upamecano, early June, he will be back before the Club World Cup. Hiroki Ito, he is injured after the Club World Cup. Hiroki Ito might be coming, but Hiroki Ito getting those injuries time and again. Big upset transfer that was Hiroki Ito. That transfer for Bayern has been a big upset and he has been getting those injuries, but his his mark in the game has been impressive. It is Kim Min-jae. We don't want him to be in the team. Please, mid-July is where we are expecting him to be back. Bookman is also on those injuries, but Bambi is seen in those training aspects and he will be seen. Bambi is the man on those training back and he will be seen. But look at that, the goal which has happened. The goal which has happened, this is the goal which happened and it happened. What was that goal? Let me just put that. The red dots over here are for Bayern, and this is the aspect where Mikel Olise got that goal from that set piece. Look at that positioning. It was his favorite spot, just few meters on the range from the edge of the box, and he netted that goal to the first post against Baumann. Baumann was there on the mid part of the nets, but he couldn't save that perfect speedy shot from Olise. This is the sole goal which has happened, one on target against Oliver Baumann, but Kramaric is there for Hoffenheim. Will he be making those upside goals? Kramaric is the lethal man for Hoffenheim still. Will he be making those upsets? Because in the Bundesliga table where we having the matches, it is Bayern against Hoffenheim where we are having this, but apart from that, looking to the other aspects of the game, look at this. It is 1-up Bayern are against Hoffenheim, Dortmund and Holstein Kiel. Halftime still going on. 1-up is Dortmund, Leverkusen and Mainz. 1-up Mainz, but Leverkusen, will they get those clutch moments? Last game for Xabi Alonso, last game for Florian Wirtz, will that be happening? Because after this, we will be moving on to those big watch party of Bayern, and tomorrow 18th of May it is available all on the social media handles of FC Bayern, on those Facebook, on those YouTube platforms. We will be having those live celebrations where Bayern will be having that, and at the Munich City Hall, where we will be having those celebrations. And on the other hand, Leipzig 2-1 up against Stuttgart, and on the other hand, it is Frankfurt who have scored against Freiburg. It is a draw now. It is a big draw now. My goodness, Frankfurt has level scores against the likes of Freiburg. The thing is happening. And the Bundesliga table, if we look after these goals which has happened in the first half, it is Frankfurt now climbing to the third spot, Dortmund making it to the fourth, Freiburg will that 54 points, losing against the likes of Frankfurt, will drop to those fifth spot and making it to the Europa League. Mainz 05 with the sixth spot, making it to the Conference League. But Leipzig and Stuttgart, they will be out. Leipzig and Stuttgart, they will be out for the next season to be playing those European fixtures. The second half has begun over here. The second half over here has begun. Hoffenheim and Bayern, the second half has begun. We will be switching on to this. The second half has just begun over here. And those of you who are watching, give your votes. Who will finally make it into the top 4, apart from the likes of Bayern Munich and Leverkusen, who are making that to the top 2 spots? Who are the other 2 teams who will be making it into the 3rd and the 4th spot? The poll section which has been pinned on the chat. Will Dortmund, will they get it? Dortmund on that poll has got 33% votes. Mainz 05 has got 33%. Leipzig has got 33%. No votes for Freiburg. My goodness. It is football which is coming home. Football is coming home where it belongs. Bundesliga is coming home. That is the celebrations which we are having on this. 1 minute in the second half is up. It is a throw for Hoffenheim. Look at that. The second half over here has also begun. Dortmund and Holstein Kiel, the second half has begun. Leverkusen and Mainz 05, the second half hasn't yet started. But Leipzig and Stuttgart, the second half has begun. Frankfurt and Freiburg, the second half hasn't yet begun. So who are going to be watching those Munich's Hall celebrations tomorrow to be coming on? 18th of May is the date where Vincent Kompany and his men will be traveling to get those big celebrations and those watch parties. Guerrero passing that. Gnabry, first touch, bit poor. For whom he was passing that? Look at that. Serge Gnabry passing that, but for whom he was passing it? Harry Kane on the sidelines, not making it to the first lineup. Leroy Sané also seen warming up, not making it to the... Oh my God, it was a big opportunity. Thomas Muller, could he have got that into the nets past Oliver Baumann? It was a goal kick which was blocked by Thomas Muller, and he was there. He is looking eager to make his 250 goals. Thomas Muller with 248 goals is looking eager to make it to 250 goals. My goodness, Thomas Muller just could have got a goal and he blocked that goal kick shot from Oliver Baumann, but just couldn't make it into the nets. Again, Oliver Baumann taking that long goal kick. Hoffenheim trying to make some build up. It is onto the mid pitch. Eric Dyer has got that block good. Pavlovic passing back to Manuel Neuer. Manuel Neuer spreading the pitch far off for Olise, but block that is. But the way Hoffenheim are playing it, making it to the wide wings and then covering the ball to the mid part of the pitch is not looking happening, because in the first leg they have conceded 5 goals, and can Bayern afford to get 4 more goals and making it 5-0, so that in a goal total in this season in the Bundesliga they can achieve that feat of 100 goals in a season. Can that thing be happening? Can that thing be happening? It is Stanisic who has considered a missed pass. It is Kramaric now. Will he make that? A shot being taken just wide off Manuel Neuer. It was so close. Kramaric from Hoffenheim is the lethal man. He has got those big numbers talking for him. And Kramaric was there again, seeing that number 27, 33 years of age from the land of Croatians. He has got 11 goals, 8 assists this season in the Bundesliga. It was a big one. He could have made that against Manuel Neuer, but Neuer was there and the ball was nowhere near the woodwork. Not a threat for Neuer again. It could have been a big upset moment. Vincent Kompany and his men won't want to concede a goal at least. They won't want to concede a goal at least. That is what you don't want to be happening. TSG 1899 Hoffenheim with Oliver Baumann, that experienced man, staying with more than 11 years with Hoffenheim. He has also been on the pick for Julian Nagelsmann's Demon Shaft. It is now Lima on the edge of the box. He takes a cut in, but being blocked on the edge, he takes a tackle. Olise has won that, but again lost the possession back. Things are looking good. Man are making looking good, but the thing is that with the shield back home, with the football, with the derby star football back home, with the Bundesliga title back home, can we achieve those 100 goals? 96 is the goals which we are having this season. Look at that. It is in the Bundesliga table. 96 goals which we have got. 32 we have considered. 64 is the goal difference for Bayern. 4 more goals, and can we achieve that feat where we also had in the season 2012 with the likes of Jupp, Hackens, where we achieved those 100 goals in a season? Can we achieve that? Lima passing that to Olise. Quick one from Olise. It was a cut back and turn. Pavlovic again getting those interceptions. Quick one to Thomas Muller, to Olise. Again interception. Hoffenheim are just losing in their final thirds and fourths. They are not looking good in the build-ups, but they are not even allowing anything to be coming from Bayern into their own defensive aspect, especially on the edge of the box. Hoffenheim are playing so good, but neither Kingsley Coman and Serge Gnabry, the chef, has been able to get it into the box. Not a single time. That has been big worry. King Coman and Chef Gnabry. It is a good pass. Joshua Kimmich takes that to the first post. He has netted that. Joshua Kimmich, the backbone who has been on the pitch time and again performing, and the captain for the Demon Shaft as well as the future captain for the Alliance for the Bayern München, is getting that second goal. It was in the build-up, Lima passing that to Olise. Look at that, again a creative one. Oh my goodness, Joshua Kimmich took that shot to the far post. It was some sort of a deflection coming in from that Hoffenheim defensive centre back. It is number 4 who has got that deflection. My goodness, look at that. It is Ostigard, the man on the defensive aspects, got that deflection to that shot from Joshua Kimmich, and that goal has happened. Joshua Kimmich, no denying the fact, has been that big backbone. He has been playing on the mid pitch. He has been playing on that right back. He is such a versatile player, and he has netted that 3 goals, 6 assists this season. Not a bad one. He has been the most clinical player for Bayern this season. 3 goals and 6 assists, and playing on those defensive anchor positions. Joshua Kimmich gets his 4th goal of the season in the Bundesliga. All in all, 439 matches for Bayern since 2015 season and netting 44 goals. It is a huge one. It is a huge one. If we compare it with the likes of Philipp Lahm, a legendary player on the aspect, can we compare that? Can we compare that likes of Philipp Lahm with the aspects of Joshua Kimmich? Kimmich has been consistently proving, he has been consistently doing that. Again, a lofted one from Kimmich to Coman. Coman again getting it into the box, but his curl are not getting it past the defensive wall of Hoffenheim. So 2 goals lead. 97 is the number of goals which we are now getting in the Bundesliga. 3 more goals. Can we achieve that and make it to 100 goals? 3 more goals for Bayern. And we will be achieving that 100 goals, the feat which we achieved under Jupp Heynckes, the legendary manager. Can we make that happen? Can we make that happen? Can Bayern make that? Oh my goodness, we have got those 2 votes. Who will finish top 4? It is Dortmund, which we have got the votes, 40%. My goodness, Dortmund are making that. Mainz 05 with 20%. Leipzig also, we have got those votes, 40%. My God, no votes for Freiburg on that whole section. But look at that, Dortmund and Holstein Kiel. Oh my goodness, Dortmund has got their 2nd goal against Holstein Kiel. The first one was a penalty, Guirassy getting that, and Holstein Kiel down to 10 men by a red card early in just 9 minutes. Now have conceded. It is Sabitzer who has got the goal. Marcel Sabitzer back from the injuries to Nico Kovac's Dortmund. The yellow wall at the Signal Iduna Park now are 2 up against Holstein Kiel. But will that points table be counting? Yes, Dortmund are making that to the Champions League. Dortmund are on the top 4 spot now. It is Freiburg moving to the 5th spot. Mainz 05 moving to the 6th spot. Dortmund with that 2nd goal are moving to the 4th spot, and they will be playing those European Champions League fixtures. Leverkusen, oh my goodness, Leverkusen on the other hand has got their scores level. It is Patrick Schick. Patrick Schick from Leverkusen, he has got that, but it is a penalty goal, and no denying the fact in this game, Mainz were denied of 2 goals. Look at that, this game which is happening simultaneously. Mainz in their first early 25 minutes, 2 goals were denied on VAR, and then it was Paul Nobel getting that, and now it is the likes of Leverkusen equalizing it with a penalty. But look at that, Mainz 05 at their home, 11 shots taken, 5 on target. Leverkusen have been restricted for not taking more than 3 shots, but just 1 on target. That has been the story. Mainz 05 are really performing it big. But will that be good enough? Mainz 05, will they be making it to the Conference League, or will they be making it to the Europa League? Because with this performance, they will be remaining on the 6th spot. Can they get past Freiburg? What they need is a win over Leverkusen to get past Freiburg. That is the ultimatum for Mainz 05. Leipzig, oh my goodness, Stuttgart has leveled the scores against Leipzig. Leipzig has scoring and Stuttgart are getting those comebacks, equalizers. My goodness, it is the first goal from Stuttgart, Undaf scoring that. And now the 2nd goal, it is Walter Maid who has scored that. For Leipzig, it is Xavi Simons and Baku who has scored their 2 goals. Leipzig, no hopes for playing the Conference League as well. Will that be the thing happening? And Frankfurt and Freiburg, the game, oh my god. A potential penalty, it was for Frankfurt, but on a VR, it has been denied. Ooh, big Bundesliga round 34, the last round of the matches which is happening over here, and things are really making it. And we have got that vote that Dortmund, it is Serge Gnabry inside the box, a clinical touch from him, will get it past Baumann, denied. What a lofted pass that was. Look at that, it was Pavlovic getting that, a lofted one to Serge Gnabry. Serge Gnabry had some sort of Bundesliga logo celebrations if he could have got that past the net against Baumann. It has been simply Serge Gnabry is really lacking big in his form. Still not showing that potential threat which he was. I mean, the past 2 seasons back, he was a potential threat. Thomas Muller, the legend, now making those appearances out of the pitch. It is Leroy Sané who is making that against Thomas Muller. But look at that. Leroy Sané is still having that smile on his face. It is Thomas Muller. Danke, Thomas. You are making it. Tomorrow we will be making that video of Thomas Muller with his legendary celebration and Bayern lifting the trophy 18th of May tomorrow at the Munich's Hall, where we'll be having that live watch party, and it is available on all the social media handles of Bayern on the Facebook as well as on those YouTube. You can check it on the live streams as well. We will be also having the watch along of that watch party. It will be a big one. But talking about the Bundesliga table, again, look at that. Things are getting bit critical over here. Things are getting bit critical over here. I mean, making this again looking good. Look at that. It is those 40% votes which we have got on that live chat that Dortmund are making that to the top 4. Mainz 05 with 20% votes, Leipzig with 40% votes. But look at this Bundesliga table over here. We are now Bayern with 97 points. 97 goals. 3 more goals we need to make it to 100. Can we attain that feat again? Job Hackness last season of 2012-13 where we achieved those 100 goals. Can we make that happen again? Leverkusen now with 72-40 are comfortable on those 71 points. Frankfurt 20 is the goal difference, 58-57. Dortmund has to make that. Dortmund has to make that. Freiburg on the 5th spot. Oh my god, Mainz has dropped the points. Mainz has dropped the points. The points table is just looking, hovering on time and again. Medimi has been given a yellow card. Holstein Kiel. Leverkusen has scored their second goal. Patrick Schick again getting a penalty and now scoring that. Clutch moments coming in from Leverkusen again. Clutch moments coming in. Xabi Alonso with his last fixture of Bundesliga is making those back-to-back moments in the second half with Patrick Schick. But no goals from Florian Wirtz yet now. Leipzig and Stuttgart 2 each. Frankfurt and Freiburg 1 each. That is the score which is looking good in the Bundesliga round of 34. No worries for Bayern because we have already clinched the title with 2 games in hand. And we are making that big. We have also got those celebrations. It is Thomas Muller who has making those big announcements with those jokes as well. Are we going to be making that? 2 goals up against Hoffenheim. 3 more goals to make it 100. 100 goals in the Bundesliga. 3 more goals. Make it big, boy. Make it big. Oliver Baumann this time. High up, post, denied. Ball is off for a throw. Give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Those of you who are watching this, give your votes. Are we going to be making those 100 goals? And who are going to be in the top 4 in the Bundesliga? Eric Dyer passing that to Noem. Oh my god. Missed pass could have added, but Pavlovic clears the ball good. It is a substitution which has happened. Kingsley Coman is out of the pitch. It is Leroy Sané coming in. Thomas Muller is out of the pitch, and it is Harry Kane. So Harry Kane and Leroy Sané taking on the reins after Kingsley Coman and Thomas Muller. Thomas Muller with his legendary 751st appearance, making it 248 goals for Bayern all across the competition, has got those substitutions in his name, and he is now out officially from Bayern. This was the last match day for Thomas Muller, the legendary man, making his good one, and now he is out of the pitch. We won't be able to watch Thomas Muller again. No more Thomas Muller for Bayern. It is a no watch of Thomas Muller again for Bayern as a player. That decision Thomas Muller has taken, and he has been making those exits from Bayern this season. Thomas Muller is no more associated with Bayern. He has made those exits, but in the hearts of the Bavarians, in the hearts of the Mias and Mia, in the hearts of the Demonschaft, Thomas Muller, the name will be staying on for a long, long time as this generation watches football continuously. That is the thing we will be having. Thomas Muller, no more for Bayern. Big legendary man, and he has said that no tears. It is the mentality which is the talking which he wants to be in cultivating for the Bayern players. Hope we get Thomas Muller back to those managerial aspects. Oh my goodness, it is such a boy hand Goretzka. Oh my goodness, every time I watch this man, such a boy, it is Guerrero Handleimer who has been substituted, and it is Guerrero, Goretzka, and the likes of Sacha Boy coming onto the pitch. It is Sacha Boy and the likes of Goretzka coming onto the pitch. My goodness, look at that. Sacha Boy is again there on the pitch. So Vincent Company, is he developing Sacha Boy, making him that elite right back which he was in his Turkish league? Will he be making that? Tom Bischoff also departs from Hoffenheim. Tom Bischoff, the man who has already signed for Bayern on a free transfer, the center mid-page player Tom Bischoff, playing his last game for Hoffenheim, already has got those contracts with Bayern. He has made those agreements and he departs. Tom Bischoff, the center mid-page for Hoffenheim, who is already on that signing for Bayern in the next season, has officially made that. The signing has happened and he is out of the pitch. Tom Bischoff, the man, is out, and it is Bazumana Toure, the man, coming on. Tom Bischoff playing his last game for Hoffenheim, and he will be seen in the red color next season for Bayern. He will be seen in those red colors from next season. Tom Bischoff departs from Hoffenheim. My goodness, Eric Dyer also playing his last game for Bayern. Thomas Muller departs. Can we get Florian Wirtz, Bambi, and the likes of Wirtz? Will that be the thing happening? Wirtz along with the likes of Olise, will that be the thing happening? Can we get those Florian Wirtz joining Bayern Munich this summer? Will Karl-Heinz Rummenigge now the man left with those negotiations to be happening, because Christopher Froome is not having those good relations with the Leverkusen sporting director, and his relations with him is strained already. It is only left with Karl-Heinz Rummenigge to be making this confirmation a perfect deal. Leverkusen, will they be allowing Bayern to take the likes of Florian Wirtz to be making that good? We have got those 40% votes on that live poll which has been pinned on the chat. Dortmund with 40%, Mainz 05 with 20%, Leipzig with 40%. Who will make to the top 4? Because this game, Bayern with 97 goals in the Bundesliga, 2 up now with Hoffenheim against. Will we get 3 more goals? 70 minutes are up. But on the other hand, Dortmund and Holstein Kiel, Dortmund has scored 2 goals. They need 1 or more goal to be on the safe spot. Dortmund against Holstein Kiel has got only 2 goals so far. They have to be making that. 69 minutes are up over there as well. Leverkusen again getting those clutch moments. Patrick Schick getting that penalty to Mainz after VAR penalty is awarded. Oh my goodness. Mainz 05 has got a penalty, and no denying the fact Mainz 05 playing against Leverkusen is making their mark good. Look at that. 12 shots which they have taken, 6 on target. They have restricted Leverkusen with only 5 shots and 3 on target, and it is a penalty which is being awarded to Mainz after VAR. This game has been on a big drama, Mainz 05 against Leverkusen, because it is those 2 goals which were given a no goal after VAR, and Mainz 05 were denied of those early 2 goals which they got. But then also they have got those 2 goals. Oh my goodness. Jonathan Buchard has scored a penalty against Leverkusen. Look at that. It is a penalty which has scored. It is the likes of Herdecki on the goalkeeping aspects for Leverkusen. And it is Jonathan Buchard scoring a penalty. It is the likes of Paul who has scored the first goal for Mainz, and Patrick Schick with 2 goals. 2 penalties in the Bundesliga round 34 between Leverkusen and Mainz 05 happening, and Mainz now has equalized with a penalty from Jonathan Buchard. On the other hand, Leipzig and Stuttgart, my goodness, 2 each. 2 each is still the score line, but talk about Stuttgart are really making those big shots on target. They don't want those defeats to be incoming. And on the other hand, oh my goodness, Frankfurt has got that second goal. It was much predicted. It was much predicted to be happening. Those are the Bundesliga round 34 last match of this season happening over there. And Thomas Muller from Bayern now has departed. As well as from Hoffenheim, it is Tom Bischoff who has also exited, playing his last game for Hoffenheim, because the next fixture, next season, he will be playing in the red color for Bayern at the Alliance. It is inside the box. Hoffenheim, will they get a shot? Kramaric making some turns. Now they are targeting Sacha Boey, that side of the pitch. After the substitution of Sacha Boey, now it is Hoffenheim who are targeting on that part of the pitch. But looking on the aspects of the Bundesliga table, look at that. Let me just put that on the map over here again. Look at that. Look at this Bundesliga table again. My goodness. What is this going to be? Bundesliga round 34 is looking bit clumsy over here. Give your votes, guys. Who will make into the top 4? Dortmund, Mainz 05, Leipzig or Freiburg? On that poll which has been pinned on the live chat, give your votes. As well as there is a Q&A that can Florian Wirtz join Bayern this summer. Will the things be happening? But with the storyline so far, Bayern and Leverkusen are on the first and second spot, but again Frankfurt moving to the third, which they are having it a win. Now Dortmund making it to the fourth, but Freiburg are dropping to the fifth spot. But Dortmund has to get those goals counting good. It is Dortmund and Frankfurt. If they are moving it, it will be looking good. But if Dortmund is losing points, then it will be all for Freiburg and Mainz 05. But Leipzig and Mainz 05 are still on 52 points. Look at that, the number 6 and 7 spot. Leipzig needs a win. That is the thing which is happening, and Mainz also needs a win. Mainz are up against Leverkusen. Leipzig are playing it up against the likes of Stuttgart. Things are getting clumsy. Things are getting clumsy. We have to wait for those 90 minutes plus stoppage time to decide that how are things looking, shaping up for the next season, Champions League as well as the Conference League as well as the Europa League. We have to wait for those 90 minutes plus stoppage time. But Bayern confirming their Bundesliga victory, 2 matches in hand. Will the thing be happening? Will the thing be happening? 75 minutes are up. Joshua Kimmich. A free kick that is. Eric Dyer this time. It is Goretzka staying on those center backs. Pavlovic on the mid page. Kimmich getting that to Olise. Sane this time getting that to Sacha Boey. But look at the physicality of Sacha Boey. He is not looking physically that good enough to be making those tackles. Sacha Boey, every time he makes those appearances, it looks like a big disaster for me. Sacha Boey, every time he makes those appearances, it looks like a big disaster for me. Olise is still on the pitch, but Bambi is still seen on those training grounds, but not making the appearances even. But will we be making those substitutions? I want in the substitutions to be talking for Bayern, no denying the fact. I mean, look at this. In the Bayern's transfers, I would want to have on the contract extension where Ibrahimovic has got those contract extensions. I would want him to be playing. I would want Ibrahimovic to be playing into the squad, no denying the fact. Vidovic is the man. He will be coming into the senior team. Will that be happening? Lovro Zonarek, the man coming onto the pitch. But those are the aspects if only it is the likes of Florian Wirtz not making it for those transfers. Now it is Sane moving in to the box. Denied. Eric Dyer losing that. He is going to Monaco on a free transfer. Matthijs will be back in the squad. He's on a loan to Tottenham. Will those contract extensions be going good? Adam Aznu on Real Valladolid. Will he be making that? Detoni, Ibrahimovic, Inan Kuda, Kretzik is the man. There are expectations. I am having the expectations of this man, Kretzik, who is on Heidenheim. Hope he comes back good. Gabriel Vidovic is there on a loan to Mainz 05. Vidovic hasn't been making those performances. He is back to Bayern. And it is Brand Zaragoza is the man. Jonathan Senk is the man, but will those things will be happening? Will those things will be happening? So much of the academy players, but on the contract extensions, we have only got Ibrahimovic, the young man, into the squad. He has been given those contract extensions up to 2027. But Lovro Zonarek as well as the likes of Tom Bischoff, will they be making that good? Oh my God, we have got that vote again. We have got that vote again. Dortmund making that. Dortmund making that. Dortmund are looking making that. Dortmund are looking making that. We have got now 50% votes for Dortmund, 17% for Mainz 05, and 33% for Leipzig. But look at that. The Bundesliga table over here, it is Dortmund 3 up. My goodness. Dortmund are 3 up. Look at the scoreline over here. Dortmund are now 3 up against Holstein Kiel. Holstein Kiel down to the relegations of all. But it is Felix Mecha now getting that third goal for Dortmund. Gracie getting that first goal, Sabitzer getting that second, Felix Mecha getting that third goal. Now Dortmund are looking sealed, but still they have to get one more goal to make it on a comfortable spot, not denying of any complications. Dortmund still needs a single goal. Leverkusen and Mainz 05 still 2 each is the score line. Leipzig and oh my goodness, Stuttgart has got Leipzig down. Stuttgart has got Leipzig down on the 76 minutes, 78 minutes to be precise. Stuttgart has got their third goal. Leipzig are out of those European competitions. They are not being able to play the Conference League. If the score line stays like that, it is Harry Kane inside the box. Gnabry with his left footer. Oh my God! Over here it is Serge Gnabry who has got a goal for Bayern. Look at that! It was a big opportunity for Harry Kane, but some clinical opportunities happening. It was Serge Gnabry receiving that ball from the build-up. It happened from Gnabry himself, passing that to the far wings. Later, Sané making that. He couldn't make that into the box. He passed that to Harry Kane, but it hits the post. Harry Kane unfortunately missing that, passing that to Gnabry with his left footer. Oliver Baumann was left nowhere and is just down to the pitch with those upset moments because it was back-to-back Leroy Sané, Harry Kane, and finally Gnabry getting it into nets. Things happened. Things has happened. Jeff Gnabry has got the third goal, and it is past Oliver Baumann 3 times this game. We now are on 98 goals. 98 goals in the Bundesliga this season for Bayern. Can we get 2 more goals? 81 minutes are up. Can we get 2 more goals for making it to 100 goals? Can we attain that feat which we achieved under the likes of Jupp Hackness, the manager, the legendary man who attained that feat where we watched that Bayern getting 100 goals in a season? Can we make that happen? Can we make that happen again? Big numbers talking. We are 2 goals short of making it 100 goals in a season. We are 2 goals short. The first fixture against the likes of Hoffenheim, we were there making it 5-0. Now it is 3-0. It is 8 goals so far in both the legs, but still 10 minutes plus stoppage time. To be precise, it is 9 minutes plus stoppage time left in it. Can we get 2 more goals and attain that feat of 100 in a season? 100 goals in a season. Give your votes, guys. Give your votes. Still there is plenty of time left. 10 minutes is a big deal. Big deal. Anything can happen. Dortmund with 3 up against Holstein Kiel. Will they make it to the top 4? Leverkusen 2 each against Mainz 05. Will Mainz 05 get it past Leverkusen and get to the 4th spot, making that to the Europa League? Leipzig against Stuttgart. Leipzig has been thrashed. Leipzig are now getting those exits. It is also the likes of Xavi Simons who has made his statement that he is moving out of Leipzig. Look at that. If Leipzig are not going to play the Champions League, if they get a draw, they will be on 52 points, but the goal difference which they are having against Mainz, that will be a big one. Leipzig was doing good in the start of the season, but they have dropped so much points. And Xavi Simons, the man, he has already made his statement that he is going to be out of Leipzig. Definitely. Where will Xavi Simons be going? Big transfers happening in Bundesliga again. Oh my goodness. Frankfurt has thrashed Freiburg. 3-1 is the score line. Freiburg with that defeat also coming to the 5th spot, but Mainz 05 will be making that good. It will be the likes of Mainz. If they are getting victory over Leverkusen with 3 points, they will be making on 55. Will that be the thing happening? Will that be the thing happening? Give your votes, guys. Still, it is 7 more minutes left. Dortmund, Mainz, Leipzig, Freiburg. Which are your votes? Dortmund are really making that. Mainz 05, will they make it to the Champions League, or will they be contented to play the Europa League or the Conference League? But Freiburg has made that hard work throughout the season, and they will be playing either one of the European competitions next season. That spot is completely defined. But now with 3 goals up, Bayern, will they make it 5 up to make 100 goals? It is a shot from Hoffenheim, but straight into the hands of Manuel Neuer. How are things going to be shaping up? How are things going to be shaping up? I mean, now we will be switching on the screen to the Bundesliga table, because anything is going to be happening. Anything is going to be happening. Look at this. The spots are just moving time and again like anything. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Still, your votes are over there. Give it and give your predictions. It is again Olise inside the box. Gets a chips in short. Sacha Boy takes a turn. It is for Harry Kane. That's it. 4-0. Bayern has got 4-0 on the score sheet now. The previous fixture was a 5-0, and now it is 5-0. 4-0 for Bayern. Harry Kane getting that 4th goal. Can we get that one more goal and make 100 goals in a season? The feat which we achieved last under Jupp Agnes, the legendary manager. Are we going to be making that? It is the scoreline 4-0. Bayern getting that with the aspects of Harry Kane getting his 4th goal. Oh my goodness. Olise getting that 1st goal. Kimmich getting that 2nd. Jeff Gnabry getting that 3rd goal. Eric Dyer is substituted 86 minutes on the watch, and Eric Dyer has got that substitution. Eric Dyer makes his last presence felt, and he is out. Eric Dyer makes the substitution. I mean, Vincent Kompany substituting Eric Dyer and now bringing in the likes of Vidovic on the pitch. I am definitely going to watch this man, Gabriel Vidovic. I have much expectations from this player. I have definitely much expectations from this player. 4-0 is the score line. Can we make one more goal? It was the previous leg where we got 5 goals. Now it is 4-0. Can we make 5-0 and count 99 goals? Look at that. With this, we are now on 99 goals. Look at that. Let me just put those stats over here. Look at that. Let me just put this on the stats. Look at that. It is now the 99th goal, which is on the Bundesliga table for Bayern this season. Vincent Kompany, will he achieve that 100th goal? Will we achieve that 100th goal? Look at that. 99 goals this season. Can we make that? It is the reason why Eric Dyer has been substituted. Olise getting that inside the nets, inside the box. No, denied. It was Bowman who denied. 87 minutes 40 seconds. Still 2.5 minutes left plus stoppage time. Kimmich this time getting that to Olise again. Creativity coming in from that part of the pitch most of the times. It is Vidovic. The first touch of his ball after that substitution. Look at that. This man, Vidovic, is such a masterclass to watch. He makes those good moments as well. He makes those good moments as well. Gabriel Vidovic is the man. It is Gnabry passing that to Vidovic. Will Vidovic get that? Or it will be the likes of Gnabry getting that? What is that which is going to be happening? Sacha Boy getting on those defensive aspects, but he is being overspeeded. It is the likes of Stanisic finally getting those interceptions, passing on to Goretzka. And Stanisic saying on those center backs. Goretzka passes that high up. It is Sane moving into the box, but a clearance that is coming from the Hoffenheim defense. 99 goals on the score sheet. Can we make one more goal? 88 minutes 50 seconds, more than 1 minute into the second half plus stoppage time. Kimmich this time getting that to Boye, Sacha Boye passing that to Olise. Things looking happening. Olise, will he make a curl? He passes that short figured pass. Sacha Boye, what a pass. He has been intercepted. One more goal needed for 100. One more goal needed to achieve that 100 feet. 100 goals feet. One more goal needed for Bayern. Will we get that? It is now Gnabry getting that to Goretzka, Pavlovic. Jupp Hackness defeat under whom we achieved the legendary man who got that 100 goals in a season for Bayern in the season 2012-13, and now it is 2024-25. Are we going to achieve that 100 goals in a season? It will be after 12 or 13 seasons where we will be getting 100 goals in a season. My goodness, it is Bayern who is getting Harry Kane with those trophies. It is all the curves which are now up, and now it is the likes of 100 goals which we are talking. My goodness, who could have expected that Vincent Kompany will be getting that so big? Who was expecting that Vincent Kompany will he be making that? It is now again Serge Gnabry making that, speeding it high up. Harry Kane takes that. It is Gabriel Vidovic. Oh my goodness, it was a big opportunity. Vidovic should have taken that first shot, but he went in for those dribble moments inside the box and was blocked inside the box. It is that mindset, my boy. It is that experience where you have to take those first time shots. It was a big moment. Harry Kane was there in an open space. 90 minutes are up. 2 minutes of stoppage time. 2 minutes being awarded for that stoppage time. Can Vincent Kompany achieve that 100 goals in this season? Big feat it will be. It will be remembered. Big in the history of the Alliance and for the Bavarians. And tomorrow, the 18th, we will be having that big celebration on the Munich's Hall. It will be live. It is to Sane. He is inside the box. He gets a cut in. He has chipped in. Bowman makes a save somehow. Somehow it was a save from Bowman, but Leroy Sané missing that. Again, it was Olise just chipping that for the forward runs for Sane. Sane was having that. He made a chip in. He took that shot so casual. It could have been the 100th goal, a big feat. We could have achieved 100 goals in a season again. And it was the feat which likes of Jupp Hackness who got it in the 2012-13 season. Leroy Sané has missed that. A big opportunity that was. Leroy Sané has simply wasted that. It could have been a big opportunity if Leroy Sané could have scored that 100th goal. It could have been 5-0, and yes, it could have been 100 goals. My goodness, Leroy Sané has missed it big time. And tomorrow it is the 18th of May, where at the Munich's Hall we will be having those big celebrations, Mias and Mia moments, Pac-Mas, the shield is ours, football is back home, and we have made that again. We have made that again. It is legendary Thomas Müller who is departing. It is Eric Dyer who is also leaving Bayern, but the big aspect is that can we get the likes of Florian Wirtz back into the squad? Can we achieve that Florian Wirtz, that transfer to be incoming? Can we be getting that feat of Florian Wirtz coming to Bayern? Legendary Thomas Müller departing. Big celebrations will be there tomorrow, 18th of May, and all of those will be live on those social media handles of FC Bayern. Check on their Facebook, check on their YouTube channels, where FC Bayern will be having those live telecasts of those big celebrations live from the Munich Hall, where we will be getting that. But looking about what happened in the fixtures of the Bundesliga Round 34, my goodness, Dortmund and Holstein Kiel still 93 minutes. The game is going on, and in the stats, Dortmund are looking comfortable. Dortmund are looking comfortable with 3 goals victory. Leverkusen and the likes of Mainz 05. Oh my goodness, what has happened? The timeline has just stopped. 88 minutes to each is the scoreline. Leipzig and Stuttgart. Leipzig has been thrashed out. Leipzig has been thrashed out. 3-2 is the scoreline. Leipzig are out of the European fixtures next season. Xavi Simons, my man, this will be a big one. Xavi Simons in the previous season insisting on staying at Leipzig, but Leipzig just couldn't get those big numbers talking. Leipzig just couldn't get those big numbers stopping. Leipzig are out of the European fixtures, and on the other hand, Frankfurt and Freiburg, 3-1 is the scoreline. But how are things going to be shaping up? Look at that, the Bundesliga table over here, which is looking so far. I mean, let me just put this by Leverkusen, and the game is going on. Frankfurt game is going on. Dortmund, the game has ended. Dortmund, the game has ended. 3 up is the scoreline, and Dortmund and the likes of Holstein Kiel, the game has ended. Gurasse, Sabitzer, Felix Mecha, the 3 mentality boys for Niko Kovacs. Dortmund at the Signal Iduna Park has made that. It is Leverkusen. The game is happening still with Mainz 05. Is that the thing which is looking to be happening? Leverkusen and Mainz 05, still it is happening. Still it is happening. If Leverkusen and the likes of Mainz 05 getting a win over there, will move on to the 55 points. Look at that. Let me put this table over here. Look at that. The game is still ongoing. Leverkusen 2 each against the likes of Mainz 05, Dortmund, and the game which they were having against the likes of Holstein Kiel has ended. Dortmund getting 3-0 victory. But Frankfurt 3-1 is the scoreline which is happening against Freiburg. Leipzig and Stuttgart, the game is also going on. Leipzig getting 3 more points. Will they make it? Mainz 05, will they get it? Mainz 05 with a draw are 1 point ahead. If they get a loss, they will be losing. Will Leipzig be making that? My goodness. Look at that big turnover. It is happening at the Bundesliga table, and how are things going to be making that? Oh my goodness. Leipzig and Stuttgart, the game has ended. Leipzig and Stuttgart, the game has ended. 2-3 is the scoreline. Leipzig are officially out. Leipzig are officially out of the race of that European fixtures which they are going to be making that. Leipzig are out. Frankfurt and Freiburg, it is the 3-1 scoreline which is happening, and nothing is there on the deciding factor. But Mainz 05, if they are getting those, can Mainz 05 get those exits, they will be dropping 1 point. Then also it won't be. Mainz 05 will be making that. Yes, that is the story. It is going to be Leverkusen 2nd spot, Frankfurt 3rd spot, Dortmund 4th spot. Dortmund, Niko Kovacs, man, making that big. And it is Freiburg who are 3-1 down. Will they be making that? It won't happen. Frankfurt has made that comfortable and Mainz are there. So Bayern, Leverkusen, Frankfurt, Dortmund, these four will be playing the Champions League. It was the previous season where 5 spots were awarded for the Bundesliga. But this season, upon the performances of the team, only 4 spots being awarded for the Champions League. And it is Bayern, Leverkusen, Frankfurt, Dortmund making those to the Champions League. Freiburg will be playing those Europa League and Mainz 05 will be playing those Conference League. But it is those bad moments because Leipzig and Stuttgart are out. Leipzig and Stuttgart are out. Officially out. Leipzig and Stuttgart are officially out. That is the story which has happened for the Bundesliga round 34. And looking on the matches, look at that. What happened? It is 4-0 up against Hoffenheim, Bayern making that good. And in the stats, Dortmund making that 3-0 against Holstein Kiel. Big aspects coming in from Nico Kovac's man. And it is Mainz 05 against Leverkusen. It is 2 each. And it is Leipzig and the likes of Stuttgart making it 2-3. And Frankfurt and the likes of Freiburg making that 3-1. So here is the scoreline for all the matches. Frankfurt 3-1 against Freiburg. Leipzig losing to Stuttgart and just moving out of those fixtures from the European fixtures next season. Xavi Simons, my man, I don't know what to say about you, but Leipzig is not the story which you need. Leipzig were doing good in the start of the season, but in the rest, they have lost it. Oh my goodness, Mainz 05 has got that win. Look at that. Mainz 05 has got those 3-2 victory over Leverkusen. What is that? It is Stefan Bell scoring that 93rd minute. Leverkusen losing the last game. And Xabi Alonso's men, who are known for those clutch moments which they are having, now they are losing to Mainz on that 93rd minute. A third goal has happened and Stefan Bell, the man, has scored. Leverkusen are losing that. Leverkusen are losing that. Oh my goodness, can you believe that? Leverkusen, Xabi Alonso on his last fixture is losing that. Oh my goodness, how could you just believe that? It is something which is definitely looking bad, and it is the likes of in the Bundesliga round 34, the fixtures. It is a bad one. I mean, in the previous season, it was Leverkusen who were at the top, Stuttgart was the second spot, Bayern were third, Leipzig were fourth, Dortmund were fifth, Frankfurt on the 6th and Hoffenheim were on the 7th. But now things have turned so bad. Things have really turned so bad. Oh my goodness. This is the round 34 which is happening, and it is Leverkusen who are getting those thrashing defeats. Leverkusen are getting those thrashing defeats. Leverkusen got a draw against Freiburg on Sunday. They got a 4-2 humiliation against Leverkusen. My goodness, Leverkusen to be talking about in their fixtures hasn't done that good. Look at the fixtures where Leverkusen has been making that. Checking to see if Mainz goal should stand. My goodness, again a VAR is being taken for that goal. Again a VAR has been taken. Look at that. Leverkusen are really just nailing that. It would be that third goal which on Mainz 05 were being denied. It is a check which is going on. Mainz 05 has they scored their third goal. A VAR check is going on. Oh my god. The goal has been cancelled. Mainz 05 has been denied. Oh my god, we have got another vote. Dortmund with 57%. Look at that. Mainz 05 has been denied those three big goals. No goal was that. It was on the first minute. It was on the 25th minute. Again, a no goal. My goodness, Mainz 05 has been denied. And it was Patrick Schick getting a penalty goal. Again, a goal. But again, on the stoppage time, Leverkusen, who are known for their clutch moments, look at that. Mainz getting 19 shots, 6 on target. Big one from Mainz. It was Leverkusen only getting 6 shots and 4 on target. It is a big feat which Leverkusen has just shown into that. But let me bring into the highlight of another aspect. Look at that. Xabi Alonso's Leverkusen's fixture. It is a draw against Mainz 05. Against the likes of Dortmund, it was a defeat. In the Bundesliga against Freiburg, it was a draw. Augsburg, they had a win. I mean, the past 3 matches, Leverkusen making that bad, meeting that bad. And look at that. It was against the likes of St. Pauli also, they got a draw. Union Berlin, they draw. Heidenheim, they had a win. It was Arminia Bielefeld in the DFB Pokal, they got a loss. Leverkusen got a win over Bochum. Stuttgart, it was a win, good one. But against Bayern, it was a 2 thrashing defeat which Bayern got in the Champions League. And after that, all the things turned bad. It was against Atletico of Madrid where Leverkusen got a loss. Prior to that, it was most of the wins. It was against Liverpool where they got a loss. I mean, to talk about the big fixtures, Leverkusen has been getting against Arsenal, it was a loss. Against the likes of Leipzig in the Bundesliga, it was a loss. That has been the story. Look at that. Big fixtures for Xabi Alonso with Leverkusen hasn't been making good in this season. Against Arsenal, it was in the friendlies a loss. Against the likes of Leipzig, where they got their first home defeat after a big 50 games. And Leipzig was the first team who got Leverkusen those big upset moments in the Bundesliga in the start of the season. And again, it was all those draws happening, but against Liverpool, it was a loss. 4-0 loss, Leverkusen facing that in the Champions League. Xabi Alonso moving to Real Madrid, is that the story looking good? Because after that, again, it was against the likes of Atletico Madrid, 2-1 loss. Leverkusen got with Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso, is he prepared? Is he prepared? Is he making that good? Against Bayern, it was a draw again. Against Inter, they had a win. Leverkusen, again, Bayern with those 2 Champions League fixtures, lost. Werder Bremen in the Bundesliga lost. Red are the losses which they are happening. Arminia Bielefeld in the DFB Pokal in the semi-finals, Leverkusen got a loss. And after that, it is a draw against Union Berlin. St. Pauli, it is a draw. Against Augsburg, they got a 2-0 victory, but Leverkusen getting a draw 2-2 in Freiburg. Dortmund 4-2 loss. Leverkusen 2-2 against Mainz. Xabi Alonso, is he the man which is the need of the hour for Real Madrid? Tomorrow we will be having the watch along of that La Liga clash where we will be having that. But is Xabi Alonso the need of the hour for Los Blancos? We will be having that discussion tomorrow on that watch along of La Liga where Real Madrid and Barcelona will be playing those fixtures. But for today, it is the Bundesliga table where things has been decided, and the teams who are making that to the Champions League, it is Bayern who is clinching that trophy. Thomas Muller departing it, Eric Dyer departing it. 18th of May, tomorrow we will be having that big watch along of that watch party, and it will be live from the Munich hall where the whole of the Bavarians will be celebrating it along with the team, and it is all available in those YouTube as well as Facebook channel of Bayern Munich. You can watch it live from there as well. It has been, that live session has been made. Leverkusen getting those 69 points, and finally Xabi Alonso and Florian Wirtz, will he be coming to Bayern or not? It is a big question. Bayern, will he be getting that? Florian Wirtz, it is only left with Karl-Heinz Rummenigge to be making that. The verbal discussions are just on the verge of getting it officially on a pen and paper, which is the thing which is left. But Leverkusen, after this picture, It will be the decision which Florian Wirtz will be making that. It will be the decision now. Florian Wirtz with his mind and with his capability will be making those decisions, and it will be the thing which will be seen looking good. But Frankfurt getting the third spot, good one, good performance by Frankfurt. Dortmund with Nico Kovac in the past 7 fixtures in the Bundesliga has been really counting the numbers good, and they have been just securing the points. But Freiburg moving down, and to the fifth spot they will be playing those Europa League, and Mainz 05 on the sixth spot they will be playing those Conference League. But RB Leipzig, Xabi Simons, big upsetting one. Xabi Simons, that talented player from Leipzig in the Bundesliga to the seventh spot. Leipzig were doing it in the first half of the season so good, staying on the second and third spots, even they were higher than Leverkusen, but couldn't keep it. Latter getting those thrashing defeats in the Champions League, getting those exits, and now dropping off the Bundesliga table for making it to the European fixtures next season. Leipzig has just got it back. And Stuttgart, on the other hand, Stuttgart was the team who was on the second spot the previous season, now dropping down to the ninth spot. Things have gone crazy for the Bundesliga fans. Things have really gone crazy for the Bundesliga fans, no denying the fact. And that is the end of the story. But all is left that will the likes of Florian Wirtz be coming to Bayern? That is the thing we will be watching, and as soon as we get those big news of it, we will be making that. But tomorrow we will be having that watch party, and on the Mondays we will be making that big feat achievement which Bayern got with 99 goals this season. One more goal if Leroy Sané on those dead stoppage time could have got converted it could have been that 100th goal. The last time which we got those 3 digits on those goal scoring spree for Bayern, it was under the era of Jupp Heynckes, that legendary man in the 2012-13 season. But one goal short of that, Vincent Kompany, no denying the fact, has clinched his spot and making the Bundesliga come home. Football is coming home, and it is the home of the Bundesliga Alliance, where Bayern now again securing that Bundesliga title. That is all. And from tomorrow, it is at the Munich Hall where we will be having the watch of that party, where Bayern and the Bavarians all will be gathered for that celebration. Big celebrations coming on. We will be streaming that live, and we will be having that La Liga watch along of Real Madrid as well. The fixtures which are going to be played. But Xabi Alonso, is he the need? Real Madrid was in need of a new manager, or were there some sort of transfers which Ancelotti was having? We will be having that discussion on for tomorrow's stream. And Mondays we'll be making that compiled video of how Bayern got those big victories. And Vincent Kompany, we have also made those videos of them. Check it on the different playlists which we have created. Beyond the pitch, it is RAMSAY vlogs, where we will be having those football aspects talking, and the different playlist of the live watch-alongs of Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, the League One, the Indian Super League, the Champions League, Europa League, Conference League, the FIFA World Cup, everything we have been covering. Do stay tuned to FC RAMSAY, and before ending this, give us those like, share and subscribe. Keep going, guys. Bye-bye. Keep going. Mia and Mia. Red is the color, my boy. Red is the color. We have made that. Football is back home, and we have made that again. Red is the color. Mia and Mia.